Phil Lindemann, Crystal 93 News Director, in the studio today with Dan Schroder. He's Summit County CSU Extension Office. Dan, thanks for coming in today.
Good morning, Phil. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. Great to have you in here. And we are taking a look out the windows. Another beautiful fall day in Summit County.
I hope everyone's looking out the window, and more so than that, I hope they're getting out.
Absolutely. Getting out and enjoying some of this fall. We were just talking that you were out biking the other day with your daughter, Aspen Alley.
Aspen Alley.
I mean, you can't miss some of those classic trails. And she was talking about the smell of aspens and the smell of the leaves and everything else, and how that just feels like home.
It feels like home in Summit County. This fall, this year, is just such a brilliant time of year.
Absolutely, and really making those colors pop. And we wanted to talk a little bit about the chemistry of fall foliage and why exactly those colors this year seem better than, the past couple of years. And I've been hearing that from not only Summit County, but also from the Vail area and down south and all across the state. Seems like colors are just really killing it. So let's start with the chemistry of trees. Going back to elementary school,
right.
What makes the leaves on our aspen trees so green?
So the green part is chlorophyll, and that's the major chemical component within the leaf. So chlorophyll absorbs red and blue light from sunlight, and it's actually the driving machine that creates our bright, lively summers. You look across the hillsides and these aspen leaves are just shimmering green all summer long. So chlorophyll is actually somewhat, I guess it's a weak molecule within the tree leaf, and although it uses the energy from sun and warmth to transform carbon dioxide and water into sugars, and basically energy to keep going, it's breaking down constantly.
And it's feeding the tree.
It's feeding the tree, and it's constantly resynthesizing itself within the tree, so we maintain green. As the daylight gets shorter in the fall and temperatures start to drop, that synthesis of chlorophyll starts to diminish, and chlorophyll doesn't regrow, if you will. And so ultimately, chlorophyll falls out of the equation, and we're left with carotene. It was always there anyway, but that's the chemical within the leaf that is holding yellow. So yellow is sort of overridden by the greens, and as the chlorophyll stops producing in the fall with shorter days and cooler temperatures, carotene starts to show itself in yellow. And ultimately, that starts to creep towards orange and these really vibrant reds.
And these incredible reds that we're getting, yeah. And so it really does come down to the changing of the seasons. The leaves themselves are the marker of what's going on in the atmosphere with the temperatures and the moisture.
It is the calendar. I mean, we think, okay, here comes fall. The kids have gone back to school. Days are getting shorter. Ooh, leaves are changing. And it's not coincidental, and the leaves don't really care about our human calendar, but it is aligned that in the fall, the trees are effectively shutting down, getting ready to go dormant for winter.
All right. And of course, a year like this, where it is a little warmer and it is a little drier, that could be, or that is what's leading to the fact that we've had such brilliant, vibrant colors for what seems like such an extended period of time.
That's so true. And we might recall in years past that we obviously every fall get this color change, but sometimes it's really quick. It'll sort of turn on and turn off in a snap, and it may not get really vibrant. But this year, oh my goodness. I mean, I've got some fluorescence, glowing neon displays that I've seen that have just blown my mind. And why is it? So really, to answer your question, that dry weather increases sugar concentration in the sap. And so the brightest autumn colors are produced when we have really dry, sunny days, which we have had, followed by cool, dry nights. And this is not freezing temperature nights. They can be cool, but we can't get into the freezing zone. Okay. And we don't want a whole lot of extra moisture in the environment for color. And so, indeed, that's what's occurred lately. And it's true. We have had a beautiful fall. People enjoy getting out. I think we prefer that it's not raining on us when we're hiking or mountain biking, although there's no such thing as bad weather, just bad gear. You might have heard, you might understand that. So we really do need the rain. We are hoping for a good snowpack to set us up in precipitation manner for the future. Mm-hmm. But right now, we are really enjoying the fall color. It is driven by low moisture in the environment, which isn't something we're really seeking. But on the other hand, as you say, this is a wonderful, brilliant time of year, and what a great time to get out and enjoy this display.
It comes to the aspens that we have here at altitude. The cool temperatures. I'm imagining that that's probably the thing that's having the biggest impact at Summit County, because it always seems like, the Summit County trees pop a little bit before the Eagle County trees pop, and the Eagle County trees pop a little bit before the ones on the Front Range do. And I'd imagine all that just comes back down to where we are and the air temperature.
Air temperature, and that is driven by altitude in many cases. So for every 1,000 feet you gain in altitude, you lose about 3 degrees Fahrenheit of temperature. So as we know, shorter days and temperature regime are what induce the trees to cease synthesizing chlorophyll. And so as we're higher in altitude, we're changing at a different rate than we would across different ecotones, environments across Colorado.
Perfect. Now, Dan, as you've been looking at the trees and tree chemistry, anything else interesting that's popped out to you that you've noticed?
You know what it is getting us towards leaf fall. I mean, those leaves all over the forest floor. Mm-hmm. It's like walking on the yellow brick road, isn't it? I mean, and you mentioned smell before, and everything that comes with the seasons changing. We're coming out of summer. We're starting to shut down, and it's pretty interesting what the trees are doing in order to close off those portals of nutrients out to the leaves so that the photosynthesizing process stops. And I would encourage people to jump online, and if you are interested in getting more information about fall color and the chemistry of leaf change, that information's out there, and you can dive a whole lot deeper than we can here in this conversation.
Absolutely. You can go all the way as deep as you want, as deep. You can even find the chemical the chemical makeup of exactly what's happening inside of the tree leaves if you want to. But in the meantime, just nice to know that the two factors that are coming down to it is the temperatures and the moisture, and the fact that this fall we've got that perfect mix of both to keep those trees shining a lot longer than we're expecting.
And let's just embrace this fall that was summer into fall. We don't need to talk about that next season. Mm-hmm. I've had a few friends starting to explore what that might be, and let's just enjoy being here now. Be here now.
I agree. Winter will come. It usually does, always does. It's just a matter of when. And for now, we're enjoying the fall weather. Fantastic. With Dan Schroder on Crystal 93.